Morning, guys. It's Sunday morning, and I'm gonna run home here in a second. Run home, spend time with the family, go to church and all that stuff. But today I might make some cow collars at home while I'm hanging out with the family because I'm kind of running out of time here. Anyway, so before I do that, I've made up a few cow collars. I'm gonna go try to put one on our cow Fran and see how it fits and see if I got everything in the right placement. Okay, so I got the collar on Fran, and I don't really know what I'm doing. Fran is a good cow to start with because she's really easygoing cow, very chill. So anyway, easy one for me to do on my first one and be like, I don't really know best way to go about doing this and how to do it. And there's not a great way to do it with these headlocks or in a chute or anything, because either way they're gonna be moving their head around a lot, and you gotta be careful that you don't get hurt with your arms in there, and if they pull their head up and catch your arm in the headlocks. But anyway, I don't know. They say the transponder here, which is what monitors like their activity, like their steps and whatnot, and the rumination when they're chewing their cud, it'll monitor that. Say it's supposed to be on the top side of their neck, so like whenever she doesn't have her head down, it should slide back and it'll be maybe in here. So I think I maybe got it right, but I don't know. I took a picture of it and kind of sent it to the dealer guy and see what he thinks. Guys, I'm in the office today and I'm in here making cow collars, so figured I'd kind of show you how to make a cow collar. So super exciting. So first thing I do is grab a collar, grab my number, got my numbers laid out. It's for 1354. Slide these little tags on, and there's a little part here in the middle that you push down, like a buckle of sorts. Put the lid on, pull it all the way up here to the top, and repeat. Now I got those numbers on the one side done. Put this little ring on, slide it on the collar. I grab this weight. This kind of helps keep the collar centered around the cow's neck. Slide it on there. And I got this little plastic piece. Put it on there. It kind of helps protect the weight as well as the collar from wearing. So you can replace this little plastic piece really cheap and easy, but it saves a lot of wear on the other parts. So slide it on there, get it snapped in place. I take this collar and I thread it through that ring, around. Try to get the strap in place a little better. Kind of been doing it to where the L on this transponder side is showing. Seems to be about the right spacing for everything. Get it on there, and I slide this little collar down over the plastic. Now I'm ready for the numbers on the other side. Okay, I got both numbers on. Now I'm going to take this transponder. It's got a little number on the back of it, and I can associate that with the cow. I'm just writing it down for now, but I'll put it in the computer here later. That way the computer knows which transponder is on which cow. So the transponder is kind of like a Fitbit. It'll track the cow's steps, but it'll also identify the cow. When she walks in the robot, the scanner will read this, and that will tell the robot which cow it is. And it'll know if, hey, is that cow eligible to be milked or not? But also, like I said, it will monitor the cow steps, which is important for tracking estrus on cows or heat for breeding, for artificial insemination, but also it'll track Cows, whenever they chew their cud, that's what we call rumination. It'll give you like a rumination scoring based off of how much she's chewing her cud. It kind of tells you an indicator of, is this cow feeling well? So if she quits chewing her cud, and she hasn't been chewing her cud for a long time, the cow's probably not feeling very good. So then she may come up on a health report, let you know, hey, you should probably go check that cow out. And actually, you'll notice that it'll kind of be an indicator that she's not feeling well before you ever notice that she's dropped in milk production. So it'll be a really helpful thing to kind of catch illness a little bit quicker. So anyway, I got it slid on there. We want it to be on the top side of the cow's neck. And so I just been tying them up, but whenever you go to put these on the cows, you turn them inside out and thread it back through. And then whenever it sits on the cow's neck, a little extra strap here is on the inside. It's not going to get hung up on anything. So anyway, that's how you make one. Well, it's nothing too complicated, but it's kind of tedious. But I've gotten those made. I got some more made up in a bag that I did at home yesterday. Another little pile sitting over here that are, so anyway. John and Bryce helped me out today, and otherwise I think I got a couple more left to do. Guys, it's Thursday, and we got everything formed up. Just got done putting it all together. We're gonna try to pour some concrete this morning, or this afternoon rather. It's 11:30 right now, and they said the concrete truck should hopefully get here 12:30 to 1 o'clock. So anyway, we'll see if that happens. Mainly what we're going to pour today is just a little stub wall there in the alley that we widened out, and then there's a little pad there in front of the garage door up there at the robot barn, and a little pad for one of the service doors there. But another little bit we're going to have to pour is back here at the feeding barn. This is where I go in and out with the skid loader to get our commodities that we have stored in here. And a couple weeks ago, concrete started busting up here, so I think we're going to try to patchwork this in together. So anyway, back whenever Dad first moved here back in the 80s, he had hogs out here, some sows, and he poured this concrete out here to keep them out of the mud and whatnot. But I guess he wasn't ever planning on us driving equipment across it. Thought it was just going to be for sows, so he just poured like a 3 or 4 inch pad here without rebar, which would have done just fine for sows for what he had planned for using it for. But anyway, now it's got all this equipment driving across, and anyway, it's busted all to heck. And anyway, we've had to do a little patchwork on the past. So anyway, I just came back here to grab these couple of shovels we're gonna need today. And anyway, hopefully the concrete truck shows up halfway on time. But turn around, add a little water to it. Well, we purposely ended with this little patch job back here, but turns out we wound up just a little short on our concrete. I was afraid of that. Anyway, so ran to the store and got a bunch of Sakrete, and it's getting patched together, so I guess it'll work. I'm gonna put a few more collars on this morning and see how fast I can get her done. So got that put on there. Didn't go too bad. She, for whatever reason, she decided to stand on her knees here. And just want to check to make sure she's got plenty of slack, plenty of room. that it's not choking her. As long as you can get 2 fingers in there, you should be good. And she's got plenty. Actually, I should probably tighten it up a little more, but I pulled that transponder up here a little bit higher. That way it's on the top portion of her neck there. So guys, we're back here on Friday. Kind of wanted to show you what the concrete turned out like. So we got her done yesterday. It's not pretty, but it's there. It's definitely not professionally done, but I don't know. We doing it the way we extended out the slab here and had to put that stub wall back in that we had knocked out. I mean, that in total is going to cost us probably a little under $7,000 to do that. But getting somebody to hiring that done and getting someone to do that would have cost maybe triple that. It would have cost a lot more. So I mean, because it was a pain, especially the stub wall. But anyway, it's not done as good as the professionals did it, but I think it'll be good enough. So we did a little drop down wall here in this little section for a little lower wall for having a gate here if we want to run cows out here, or over here if we want to go graze out in this pasture with the milk cows and implement that with the robot, we can. A little shorter wall there with a gate. Cows can step over that and walk out there. But anyway, it didn't work out too bad. The posts are pretty level, so I guess it'll work. I put a couple of these galvanized posts. We kind of ran out of posts, but I had these scrap pieces, and that'll be a little man pass for me to be able to walk out here into the barn. Be kind of handy. So that worked out good. This pad out in front of the garage door, it turned out pretty nice. I think we actually did a good job on this, I think. So, and then we had this little baby pad over here for this door here. But anyway, it's done. That's the important thing. Now we got to pop the forms off. I think Bryce is going to start on that this morning. I got to go on vacation for the weekend with my wife's family and do that. So anyway, I think Bryce is going to start working on that, and we'll do that and start getting some other stuff done next week. Hopefully start getting some of the little detail stuff knocked out and get closer to startup. So anyway, I think that'll be it for this week, guys. We'll see you later.